you don't care because you've already been broken. But you don't realize it. Neither do the entities who programmed you to be like them, to not care. You see, it's like I seen this shirt and this mentality that they're pimping, on the damaged, spoiled crop, the harvest, harvest that Lucifer and the fallen angels are to come to, right? Bunch of don't care freaks. Yeah, the shirt reads, I understand, I just don't care. Well, if you understood, you'd care, retarded bitch. Yeah, so it's like this shitworm mentality that got instilled on the white devils that came into power, more than 150 years ago, 200 years ago almost now. It's like it's permeated all of the planet. Yeah, I mean, here's how to tell. If you don't care, you're looking down at a slave-made product, and you don't care about the slave that made it, you're broken. If you don't care about all the little kids that are getting sexualized, raped, and fucked, and sold as sex slaves, you're broken. If you don't care about all the animals writhing in pain right now, starving, hopeless, and the best case scenario is they're hopeless, gonna be euthanized soon, in animal shelters, you're broken. If you don't care about the homeless people out there, when you're only 2 paychecks away from being just like them, the majority of you, you're broken. If you have willful disregard for the animals in the food chain that your hamburgers and your ham and all your food comes from, your chicken, all that, if you don't have no regard for them, you're broken. And what do I mean by that? Well, this food system they got going is torturing the animals. Okay, they make the animals sit in one place. They don't get to have an animal existence before they're made into food. So it's got negative energy on it because the spirit memory. Okay, yeah, you don't know about spirit memory, do you? The spirit memory of those animals goes back and it connects to you because you're eating them. Okay, and your non-tamperable, non-deletable spirit memory that records all recorded that you had no regard for those animals. Yeah, see, it recorded that you saw them as a product, and you got to give account for that. You see, these entities that think they're powerful right now are the least powerful of all. They don't exist, but they're negatively affecting those who do exist, including the animals. The animals exist. But the people who are tormenting them do not exist. Okay? Yeah. So, what do I mean by that? Okay, well, you're 9 dimensions deep on a 12-dimensional mechanism. That is a simulation of another mechanism that has a planet like this, a life-sustaining planet, and existences that we can earn our way to, so to speak. All right, and you come here. It's a spirit scan, and you come here as a potential, a premonition of your potential existence. Okay, so you come here in a body. Right? Much like you would get if you graduate from this thing, right? In the real version of this. This is all to see what you would do if you were allowed to exist once it's irrefutable, right? Now, if you negatively affect other entities, then you get time looped, a couple dimensions out from here. You don't graduate from this thing. You die in here. You become part of it. The shitworm spirits, they're a lower caliber spirit. They're beneath the devils, which were fallen angels who had bodies. And they're also beneath my laptop's doing some weird shit. They're also beneath the Lucifer, right? It's like, because he had a body and he has a body, and the fallen angels who went back in the days of Noah, they agreed to go back to God's realm. They will come back with Lucifer pretending to be the angels of God, because Lucifer will come back here pretending to be the Son of God, Jesus Christ, Yeshua, right? He's going to take this all this power and wealth from all these treasonous traitors and terrorists in power now. They're programmed you to be broken. They raped your mind. They've got you. You don't care that there's real musicians starving who they paid their dues. They put in the time. They learned to play musical instruments. They can write good songs, uplifting songs and shit, right? And they can connect you spiritually to what you're supposed to be connected to. And you don't care that they're starving so that they can force market those who are not qualified to have any influence over you, or to have a microphone in their hand, or any reason to be referred to as musicians, music artists, or rappers. Okay? Yeah. And that's part of the evidence that you're broken. That you think that those mainstream squatters are talented, and that that they're all that. You are one of them, and there's billions of you now. Yeah, it's like the shitworm spirits. They mutinized against God, Christ, and Lucifer, and their conjoined end time agenda. They did all kinds of shit. They even controlled a false prophet who came during an era when Christ, the Son of God, Allah, warned that there would be no prophets from God. Okay? That there wouldn't be no prophets till this end time, these moments right now. And that end time prophet would be trusted with the knowledge in the hidden prophecy of Daniel. Okay? That was not entrusted to that false prophet that has a bunch of infidels out there killing people. Yeah, I mean, if you believe in God, Allah, but you deny his son, and you call Allah a liar, you say to God, Allah, fuck you and Jesus too. I don't believe you. I believe this non-existent little retard named Muhammad and his little evil little book that discredits everything your Bible says. Yeah, it's like if you're like that, you don't exist. You're going to be time looped and eternally executed right along with him. But they have managed to make you not have any regard for the Christians, those who do exist, who are being killed by the non-existent. If you exist, this is supposed to be enraging you. Okay? If you're really going to graduate from here, the thought that they took, especially if you're an American taxpayer who works and you pay taxes, the thought that a treasonous traitor terrorist could take your tax dollar and give it to Muslim Islamic infidels to take your money and buy guns and arm them to go rape little children, torture people, and totally just destroy a whole nation. Just burn it to the ground and rape all kinds of Christians and kill them. If this doesn't enrage you, you don't exist. Don't worry, you're broken. You're part of this thing now. You ever hear, be the ball? Well, you got in this shit and you're being the ride, baby. It's like a funhouse ride, right? But it's a scan. It's scanning you to see what you would do, what you wouldn't do. It's like, how many of you don't care that they're paying sports figures fucking exorbitant rates, and the monsters that they're creating with their influence are raping, killing, and abusing underpaid, starving educators. This doesn't enrage you? Well, you don't exist. They've got you controlled. All you care about is your game and your money. None of this is yours. Nothing here is yours yet. But when you came here, you laid up your real shit in escrow. And if you fail to graduate from here, your wealth becomes the wealth of the wicked, transferred into the accounts of those who do graduate from here, and they go on to really exist. Why? Because they would fight against the things you don't care about. Ha, you broken little bitch. You're so all that. You're so cool because you don't care. No, you're common. There's billions of you that don't care. That's pretty common. When you're special, you care. When you're special, you can't sleep at night. The thought of them raping fucking children and fucking torturing animals. The thought of how many more animals are going to be euthanized today. You know, while bugs are, trading flesh. They're breeding animals to eventually end up in those shelters. You see, they're creating competition for those animals that need liberation. The unnecessary competition. They don't need to be there. You see, but you don't care because they control you. That's unfortunate because you're undesirable for service to God, Christ, or Lucifer. Lucifer doesn't want you if you can't pretend to care. Yeah, if you can't get with his end time agenda to come here pretending to be the Son of God, Allah, who is Jesus Christ, Yeshua, and rule this planet and put, food in everybody's plate and take away the wealth of the evil motherfuckers that stole it from everybody. It's like they've been stealing it ever since they created the first bank, yo. It's like they've been stealing your money. Now they own your money. When you put it in the bank, they own it. That's what they distracted you from with the protests and all the other psyops. Bill Cosby. It's like they own your money now and you don't know it. Yeah, you keep dumping your money in the bank like it's safe or something. Do you know what they need to take that money and never give it back to you? The threat of war. Uh-oh. How convenient that they did this. And they have the intent to transfer the wealth, from the poor to those who they're already in default. They're worth more than the $420 million glutton cap that they enacted when they fucked with the money system, trying to take everything. You got bugs like Bill Gates who thinks that he speaks for the planet. That, he don't exist. It's like he is high maintenance. He needed too much for too little return, It's like he wants to poison shit. He wants to fuck with the planet. He wants to fuck with the food. He doesn't want to do what's right, which is okay. Stop. You got enough money. You're in excess. You're in violation of the $420 million glutton cap. You participated like the rest of the passive terrorists on the Forbes Fortune 500 list in that terrorist attack from the Bush era. How there was 2 terrorist attacks from the Bush era, the 9/11, which was done by them, and also the illegal tax breaks for the wealthiest percentile, which was more devastating and ongoing, and it crippled the economy, and it caused homeless families, not just homeless people, and it caused animals by the millions to be euthanized, in animal shelters. Yeah, it's like they get to be time looped. There's all them animals and all them people now, and they don't graduate. Yeah, and when Lucifer gets back here, he's taking that shit from them bugs. Okay, and then you got the next terrorist regime, deranged, tyrannical, dictatorship. They think that they've got the right to speak for something. They got the right to speak for nobody. Nobody here speaks for anybody. Okay, I'm the only one that's been speaking for anybody. I speak up for God, Christ, and Lucifer because all you bugs keep fucking misrepresenting them. All you retards is like the only ones that I see that ain't misrepresenting God is Shepherd's Chapel. Everybody else has got their angle. They got to get their money. I don't present no opportunity no request for money. It's like the opportunity is there with the donation. Like if you want to help me, you can. But it's like if the spirit don't move on you, fuck you. I don't need your help. I'll get help from somebody the spirit moves on. That's how it works. Okay? And it's like all these freaks keep misrepresenting Satan, God, and Christ. All right? And it's like they all have a conjoined end time agenda, which is to finish off the purification. There's a falling away happening right now. That's a warning. Prophecy of Daniel's out there. You're on a spirit scan. You don't exist yet. So you're running out of time here. Pretty soon we hit the crash point. Then the restore point may involve you not existing. Still want to be broken?